All right.
Oh, Grant, I have to go, actually.
No!
Ah.
I'm kidding.
Actually, Grant, my mouth is bleeding.
All right, bye, Lynn. I'm gonna get.
Ow. That hurts, Grant. That hurt me right in the cockroach. Oh my god, wait!
We will give moments for people to join. But oh god, my coffee shakes are not going down. So I am going to think of.
Did you eat anything?
Yeah, I ate a lot actually.
Oh.
But
did you get the shits from coffee too?
No, not yet.
Oh, you're lucky. Oh, you're lucky.
I'm gonna. I just want fun carnival music that I can play, and the only one that like looks okay is like creepy carnival.
Oh my god, Kieran. Hear me out. What if I bought this? I'm sending the link.
Don't buy it. I don't know what it is. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Look at it.
Don't buy it.
Oh, there's a lot of 1-star reviews.
It's $53 for 4 Peppa Pig plushies.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually buy it, but
I feel like I don't even want
it in
it.
theory. Oh my god, Moana Peppa Pig. Wait, can I save it?
Don't buy it. Especially don't buy that one.
Alright. So we're gonna sum up for Lynn. So last session they left Kamiko eating at the Odin shop. Because that's
Kamiko was
just
having a spa trip.
Yeah, she was serving herself some lunch. During that point, Mitsurugi, Takara, and Ayu left the area to search for the performances, or for specifically, at the time, what had been marked down on the map. And so, through some careful investigation on the part of all three of them, and by that I mean Mitsurugi, they had traveled to predetermined destinations, and during those times, they experienced a few different performances. I want Ayu and Takara to explain their performances or what they had seen in a character perspective, because I'm assuming at this point Kamiko is somewhere outside nearby trying to join them. They are in a doctor's office right now, so Kamiko isn't here yet. But
why are they in a doctor's office?
I forgot about the doctor.
They had entered the physician, Dr. Ivankov, for a very, very, very minute examination of some evidence that they had procured.
Dr. Sexy Big Russian Man.
Dr. Ivankov,
No.
is a physician by trade, and at the moment, we'll let them explain to Kamiko when she gets back, but just know that last session was essentially a little fun trip, and some performances. So, yeah, I'm gonna fucking blare out Kamiko, because she is not here right now.
Bye, Kamiko. Gone.
So yeah, you guys are standing in the physician's office, and he's kind of looking at you weirdly as you hold this hunk of meat. I think you had placed it down on a table, and he had prodded it with what little equipment he had available. And he had asked where you'd procured it, and you had explained that it was part of the carnival / moving circus. I don't know if anyone had any other questions for him, but if you do, now's the time to ask them.
Do we know, did he answer us? Does he know what this is?
He had explained that it is...
Human titty.
It is, yeah, it is a...
It's a titty?
Yeah, it's human titty.
Yeah. It was... I love that without context.
I thought it was just a human. I didn't know it was a titty.
Pectoralis major, which is like a human breast, or like the human pec.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's all he had explained to you. There was like a few bits of other pieces of muscle and meat, But that was the major organ that he had identified.
Aaron, you didn't tell me it was a titty.
I think it was important.
All right. Any other questions for the doc?
I just forget. I just like forget.
You
Like,
can ask, I can refresh if you need it.
Like I know that we, or at least I know I was trying to like let him in on the situation, like that we are looking for demons, and I forget like how he vibed with that.
He didn't believe us.
Yeah, he did not
Didn't he?
believe you guys.
Does he believe that we got this from the circus? This human beat?
He's trying to. He wants to believe it. He has no other explanation for it. He's like watched you slap this down, and he's like, I'm hoping you are telling truth, but misunderstanding and wherever you procured this is beyond me.
Rashomon.
Yeah. He puts like his glasses down for a moment, and he's looking at you guys as if he's waiting for you to ask him another question.
Dude,
Huh?
are you free next Saturday or no?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
Get out.
I was almost gonna do it for you.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
sets her up.
Oh.
Sets Mitsurugi up for a date.
What else would we ask him? I mean, we got the information we wanted. We
Yeah,
know
you totally
know
can leave if you
question.
like.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Let's get out of here.
I guess we're leaving.
All right, it is about 4
You
p.m.
can ask him out before we leave if you'd
Not
like.
4 p.m. It's about 3 at this
I'll leave
point.
him out.
Yeah, it's about 3 at this point.
Closing.
And as you're exiting, you notice that the street has kind of returned to its rather liveliness, or lack thereof, for the outskirts. Just general business practice and hushed whispers of tradings. Nothing out of the ordinary. I actually should say, if things have returned to normal, there is one specific thing that catches all of your eyes, and that is a familiar face walking down the street as if she were a lost child.
Oh my god. A rat!
Somebody has to speak for that.
Kamiko.
Yes.
She's traveling throughout the outskirts of the town. Whether or not she's looking for more food or for her lost comrades is completely up to you.
She looks for her comrades and food on the way.
She watches... well, you guys can see her out of the doctor's window. She's just kind of making her way down the street.
Grant.
Yes.
Monty's looking at me. Sorry.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome.
Is anyone who is perceiving Kamiko that worried about grabbing her attention, or are you like, fuck?
I mean, I'm not concerned, but I mean, I feel like she would see us for a group of 3.
A group of you guys are inside. Have you left the doctor's office?
Yeah, I don't want to just squat in his doctor's office.
All
We're
right.
not talking to
You
him
thank the
anymore.
man for his service, and you step outside, and you just like immediately see the yellow tattered girl walking down the street. Kamiko also immediately notices Mitsurugi. You guys both very much so stand out amongst the crowd.
Kamiko,
Why?
Kamiko would immediately walk up to them and pretend like she never left. Like she was there the entire time. Full confidence.
Full confidence. She's like, yeah,
Yes.
no. So yeah, let's get to it.
She's like, yeah.
As if she wasn't the one who took like a full break.
Yeah.
All right, Takara, Ayu. I can't imagine you guys stay in the office for any longer, but if you want to, you totally can. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Takara.
No, I'm also good to go.
All
No.
right.
No, I'm good to go.
All four of you have met up once again in the streets of the outskirts. It's totally up to you from where to move on now. The carriage or caravan of traveling performers has exited the area.
What the hell we gonna do now?
Do you guys want to follow it around? You want to stalk it?
Do we know where it went at this point?
Is it already gone, or is it? So do we still see it?
It's gone. Well, it's gone from the
Okay.
area. They've stepped away.
What time is it? Wait, you said what time it was. What time
It's
is
around 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
It is.
Interesting.
And yeah. Oh, hold on.
Why is my mic like staying on? I don't understand.
All right. So you guys were informed of the times and where they'd be performing. I should say you were. It might have been around 4 the last you had been out, or 2. But you know that come the next hour, there will be another performance somewhere else in town.
Are we not at the outskirts right now?
You are at the outskirts. No, you were at the city limits. I
City
apologize.
limits, that's right.
The
That's what I
outskirts is
thought.
where the last performance will take place.
Yeah, it's at 5 p.m.
It is. So it must
Is
have been 4 o'clock if you're at the city limits.
I thought
I
it was
apologize. I definitely I have 2 trackers for time zones for times for different things. So I definitely just read the last one, but it is around 4, and the last performance should be taking place at 5 around the outskirts. You guys are currently in the city limits.
Were we in their tent when we were with the tiger? Or was that like an outside show?
All of the performances so far have been covered by a canvas that spreads atop the caravan, and out far enough that a crowd can be drawn in underneath.
You see.
Yeah.
Grant, have we been everywhere other than the last place that the thing is happening?
I don't know if you have specifically been to the entrance of the town, but you've been to the city limits, the market, and the platform.
These shows are free. We've just been going
These
to
shows
them.
are free.
Sus.
Sus.
Let's go to the next show, guys.
Wait,
Well,
yeah.
I feel like we should get. I mean, it's still an hour before the show. I feel like we should get some information before the next show. Like, we don't know. We're here because people are disappearing. Are we thinking that the circus is like killing people and feeding them to their demon tiger cat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Kamiko, you've heard none of this. Does she have any questions for what's going on?
No, she's gonna pretend like she's been there the entire time.
She's like Demon
And
Tiger,
just
yep.
slowly, yeah, and then slowly piece things together.
Does anyone want to run her down on like what specifically happened during those performances? Because there was a fair bit that she might be able to piece together.
I mean, are you and Takara are the one who
Takara just tells
they're
her
the
that
ones who
the
participate.
tiger
I love the idea that Mitsurugi and Takara are both talking into her ear and she's listening to none of it. So what did Mitsurugi want to tell her?
No, I was just saying Ayu and Takara are the ones who like participated in the actual performances. If you wanted to say, I just watched and was mad.
So Takara is gonna tell her about the tiger performance?
She's just gonna tell her that the tiger has a human tongue. It's weird as fuck.
Nice.
Nice. Does Ayu have any fond memory of his performance?
Yeah, but they're all personal. I don't think any of it really has anything to do with the mission.
Really?
I Hold on. Let me read my notes.
Okay. He did go up, and he did get a little bit of a bounce.
Oh, I
somewhere.
mean, like, I guess it is pretty significant that he actually teleported me somewhere in, like, the ring thingies. That's pretty, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not just...
you don't have to tell
was-
Kamiko about like where you went, what happened, and stuff. But he did actually teleport you somewhere.
He did actually like, you know, you know those performances where they put a blanket on you and they're like, you disappeared. He sends people places. Whatever. No, but it's the rings, right?
It is. It's a ring.
Hmm.
It's a like hooped performance.
Right. Yeah, he can send you places. Crazy.
Um.
And he knows about the Demon Slayer estates.
Mhm.
I know that because I asked him to send me to there.
I think that's important.
That is important.
That's pretty
He
important.
knows what they are.
Um.
And then he was freaked out, like he was scared when you asked him to send you there.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. That is pretty important.
You were too optimistic. It's okay.
I was really enjoying the show.
Didn't see the red flags.
I kind of just missed all of that.
Yeah. So Kamiko, here's an explanation that there was a man who had many different rings and hoops that he was spinning around and showing off, and he would, air quote, teleport people places. He would take them to a place that they would like to be. And yeah, the performance went great. Nobody really has any apparently fond memories, or not fond, descriptive memories of how exactly the show was over. They followed into the city's limits and experienced the Lion Tamer show, a performance in which guests were able to feed a lion, a Siberian, or not a lion, I apologize, a tiger, a Siberian tiger, from what it is described as. And after that, Takara had messed with the lion or tiger tamer show, and he had shut the show down early. So at the moment, the city limits are pretty bare, and there is no performances happening. There is just very basic, like selling of clothing, food, and etc. Just many different things, but at a very calm, like, rationale. Like, people are like not shouting out sales, more so just like handing out pamphlets and flyers.
I have a question.
Okay.
Or a discussion point, maybe. This whole human tongue on the cat thing. Is human tongue also like demon tongue? Or is this fully a human?
That's up for you guys. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Maybe.
Well, because like if human tongue and demon tongue are the same, then this I don't fucking know what demon's powers are, but this could just be like I guess it could just be like a tiger demon, or it could be like a shape-shifting demon or something. But if it's a human, then like if it's just a human tongue and not a demon, then like what the fuck? Like, I don't know what that is.
Takara, Ayu, Kamiko,
Well-
any thoughts?
Humans can turn into demons, so can't you assume that some demons have human-like tongues?
All four heads are being put together right now.
Yeah, I'm trying real hard.
You guys,
I mean, it makes sense.
you guys are doing good.
I just don't know if we should be concerned about a possible like human being under like the demons are holding this human hostage and has turned this like human into a tiger and is making them eat human flesh, or if this is just like a demon enjoying the snack.
So just as you guys are discussing all of this, you guys see a group of 3 to 4 kids like piling by, running, and one of them's like, hurry up, the final show's gonna start soon, and like pushing each other forward toward the outskirts of the town.
I tell them, I say don't push, even though they're not my kids and I don't know them.
One of them puts a finger underneath his eyelid, pulls it down, and then blows a raspberry at you.
I do it back to him.
Yeah, you just hear like How's the group feeling? Everyone watches Mitsurugi do that. And I'll just look at you weird.
No, it was awesome.
Mitsurugi.
That
Icon.
was awesome. I loved it.
It's who knows how to deal with kids.
Master. Alright.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go to the show if it's gonna start soon.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are gonna travel to the outskirts?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
No problems?
Why
Alright.
is the problem?
So houses and homes become less and less lavish the farther you travel from the city's center streets. Could be frankly, these could frankly use a bit of spitshine and cover the farther you go out. Homes with metal sheet roofs stop almost abruptly as forestry begins, and stone steps leading to dirt paths almost resemble that of a gate that lead to land another. So you get to this area, and it is obviously a town's, not a town, but a area largely encircles this center, like, I want to say almost just flat land. There are there are houses that circle around a giant dirt arena that's clearly been like tattered and used away. People come and go here, set up shop, set up trade, whatever, and are almost immediately out. But you can see that there is people from all walks of life who have like walked out all the way over here. There's cars parked in the distance, and about like 30 to 40 people have gathered in what looks to be the center of this area. And you can see that there is a wooden sign that's stamped into the ground with a hammer, and it says "No show tonight, large performance tomorrow." And then it gives the date underneath it. And there is like little streamers of confetti hung around it, and like glitter on the area around the top. Some shiny shit that reflects and catches your attention.
Dude, I'm so busy tomorrow. I just can't make that show.
You can see that there's like kids who are upset. Lavishly dressed children are like tugging at their parents' waistcoats and being like, "But I wanted to see the show tonight!" And other parents that are like, "It's okay, they'll be here tomorrow. We're not going anywhere." And others that are like, "Damn it, what's causing all this problem?" And people just questioning what could be the cause of the issue. They're not really discussing on the performance tomorrow or what it could be. They just seem very disappointed about tonight. Just as they all begin to sigh, you hear a couple go, "Well, if that's the case, we better get a hotel room tonight." And they immediately begin walking back to a very nice and cleaned, almost spit-shined car with a fresh coat of wax that abruptly starts and begins moving.
Why these bitches have to stay in town just to see this stupid-ass circus show tomorrow night?
You hear a kid pipe up after you say this, and he's like, "It's not stupid! It's awesome!"
Well, yeah, the kids think it's awesome, but what about, like, why are grown-ass people staying in this town just to see a circus tomorrow? Like, if it was canceled, wouldn't they be like, "Shit, alright, bye"?
You're asking me, right? Are you,
Yeah.
Are you just,
Yeah,
you're yelling at this kid?
Just yelled at me.
I'd say if it's enough for people of larger and older age, or of larger stature and older age, to want to see it, certainly it must be something extravagant, right?
That's what I mean. Well, so do these other people like know what the show is? Do they know
Everyone apparently here has heard of or knows of the show. Whether they are citizens or relatives of citizens or just guests passing through.
Can we ask someone what?
Yeah.
What-
There's the group of kids you had seen before, a couple and their daughter, and of course, like, strewn about there are adults and like older people who are just reading the sign and discussing amongst themselves. You can ask anyone you want.
I don't want to ask the kids.
You like cringe looking at the kids.
I want to ask a sophisticated adult.
All right. Yeah, there's people dressed in high life, luxurious, lavish clothing. There are people in genuine, like, business work suits, overalls. All walks of life in Tokyo are here. Not in great numbers, but still. Are you looking for someone of higher class to answer your problem?
I don't really care who answers it. I just whoever actually knows what like is privy to the show and knows what it was gonna be.
Yeah, you can talk. There's a couple with their child, and they're standing just so close to you. Are you asking in general, or are you just turning to them?
I think I would ask them, but I'd be like, "Oh, that's a shame the show isn't gonna be tonight." And I'd look at them and I'd be like, "I don't know. Should I stick around for it for tomorrow? What's the big deal about this show? Is it any good?"
First off, the daughter, who is very carefully held in the wife's arms, is like nodding so frantically that her whole body is like moving forward. And the husband looks to you and says, "Well, from what we've heard, this is quite possibly one of the most entertaining events you may witness. They've come all over. We don't really know exactly where they're from, but wherever it is, it's mystical. I haven't myself been to it, but my daughter and my wife had gone yesterday, and apparently it is so mystifying they can't even tell me about it." And the wife leans over and she goes, "They have people who can fly." And she is obviously hyperbolizing. "When you see how these people move, you'll be mystified as well. I'm sure of it." And she goes on to explain that there's people who do flips in air that seem almost like they're floating, and people who can dance and sing and do it all. She goes on and says, "It's definitely more of a family experience, but I mean," and she like gestures to you and to Mitsurugi and Takara, and then to Ayu and Kamiko, and she goes, "I'm sure your kids would love it."
I'm sure they will too, ma'am.
Ayu's like laughing. Mitsurugi like grabs Ayu by the throat. He turns to his wife. The man turns to his wife and he goes, "All right, dear, let's get going. I want to make sure we get a hotel before they run out." And he turns to walk her and his daughter back.
We're not paying for a hotel, are we?
That is completely up to you.
I just don't have a lot of money.
Oh shit! I forgot to bring out my sheet. That just reminded me.
It's okay. I have sheets if anyone needed them, but I
just want to see how rich I am. Oh, I'm so rich. I'm so rich. I'm kidding. How much is a hotel?
I'm so rich.
It depends on where you want to go.
Can we go camping?
Do you want to go camping?
I think that's a better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in like a Final Fantasy.
It is.
I could never afford the hotels in Final Fantasy.
Around 5 o'clock at this point. When the show would normally start has passed, obviously. And you guys have free reign throughout the town if you want to go around asking anyone else anything before finding a spot to rest.
Is there like a... We're in a town. Is there like someone...
Correction, you are in Tokyo.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Well, this is holy Tokyo. The entire... Like, holy as in not wholly religious. Holy as in the entirety. You are in the outskirts of Tokyo at the moment.
I just did not know that. Alright, then my question is... dumb. I was gonna ask if there was like someone like someone like more in charge of the town that we could talk to, but if it's fucking Tokyo and we're in the outskirts, then the person who would be like higher up would be more not in the outskirts.
Yeah.
So
no,
never
you are
mind.
correct. Alright. Does anyone have any suggestions for what you want to do? You have about a day's worth of time to prepare.
What's nearby us right now? Besides people?
It is mostly houses. There are like merchants that are dragging their carts, as you can see, like into the city or out of the city. But not
None
much
of them
going
are like
on.
set up.
None of them are set up in the outskirts at the
They're
moment.
just
No.
traveling. Let's go rudely intrude on people's homes to see what they're doing.
Yeah, you gonna Zelda this?
Yeah, like, that's how I always feel in like Pokemon games when you just randomly
Just
go into
walk
someone's
in.
house. You're like, hey, what's up?
So
Got anything for
They
me?
give you things, yeah.
there
Yeah.
are a lot of houses in this area that are very
You got a side
evidently.
quest for me?
A lot of the side quests in this area are evident. God damn it! A lot of houses in this area are evidently very low income and shoddily made and prepared. As I'd said earlier, there is a lot of like steel roofing or like metal sheet roofs. There are like mud, or not mud, but brick housing that seem not very finished. And a lot of these areas, houses do not have windows.
No windows. Are they just holes?
What?
Yeah, they have window shutters and other obviously very
Oh.
necessary things, but there's no like window.
Like glass?
Yeah,
But it's still like open, right?
correct. Some of them are open, not
I
all of
thought
them.
they were just in like a dark square with no
No.
like into it.
No, there's very few houses, and then as you move farther out, there is just like it turns to forested paths or like plain paths that are dirt roads leading to other cities.
Go peek our head into one of those open windows.
All right. You
I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
yeah.
Bored? I'm just bored.
Let's see. Kieran, Ayu walks over to one of the nearby open windowed houses, and inside there is a woman like cooking with a giant metal pan. And as she's like flipping rice and assorted vegetables and so in a pan, she looks out and sees Ayu just peering over through the window, and just laughs as she begins flipping the rice around.
I thought she was gonna get scared of him.
Just fucking bonks him on the head.
But like, imagine if he just like had demon eyes staring at her, and she's like,
Jesus. She just fucking hits him with the fully searing pan.
hits herself.
Bonk.
He's like, hi. It's like, hi.
Ah, I'm Paul.
Stop. That's my Instagram bio.
Yeah, there's just people living amongst themselves. Do you want to stay in the outskirts, or would you rather head somewhere else?
What if we went to visit the entrance of the town, since we haven't been there? Because I don't really think there's much to do in the outskirts besides harass the local.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't actually want to intrude on their homes.
It's going to take you a fair bit to walk there, about 2 hours walk from where you are, because
That's
you're going to
cool.
the opposite side of Tokyo. But, yeah, is anyone opposed to walking to the city's entrance?
No, they're not. We're going.
we haven't been there. so
Someone's
we
like, Ayu, I don't, and he just grabs them by the arm.
We're going.
The city's entrance is...
Any objections? No.
No.
Awesome.
The city's entrance is covered wall to wall with stone and wood. The gates to the city sit agape as cars and pedestrians casually flow through it like the mouth of a river. The stores and shops around here do not offer much of a sight, but still idle with wares on display. It is a calm area to shop, so you can shop here. It is just as it is with the city limits, a very calm shopping experience. There are a few people barking out deals, whatever you may be looking for, but it's more so pedestrian traffic into the city and out of it than it is much else. There's more so people leaving as they are now out of the city. It is around 7 o'clock and night has begun to fall.
Are there just is it just merchants walking around, or are there like buildings of
No, there's multiple buildings. It is a bit more luxurious here than at least from the outskirts and city limits. There's multiple buildings that are clearly made, like ramen shops, clothing stores, other foods. There's hotels. There's even, like, if you really searched for it, an onsen. Of course, the gate that branches out to the exit and entrance of, or I guess it should be considered just the entrance to Tokyo. It doesn't have much in the way other than, like, housing or auto body shops that are very sparsely spread out. But other than that, there's nothing that really grabs your attention. There's a few different policemen walking around, but no problems in sight. It is now dark, and the city's lanterns and light posts have begun to flicker on.
Ooh.
Does there seem to be somewhere, like, busier than any other places?
Yeah, passing through Tokyo, you did notice that although the train has slowed down and is more of an exit for most people, you can see people are hopping on the train to leave. The market is still just going absolutely insane with its amount of people and volume. There is just a lot of calm and quiet activity more so around the market, and everything seems to be going off inside the market. There is, I will say, for the adults here, a very enticing giant red light that sits outside of a nearby shopping district. But you can see that there are men and women frolicking about and having more of a fun time than a good time, if
What?
the adults here know what I am saying.
There's gotta be some demons in there.
There is Kabukicho. The red light district is open. It's always open, but it is very active right now. Yeah. Is anyone planning on traveling or looking for information from anywhere specific?
I want to go to the onsen.
You want to go to an onsen?
Yeah.
Onsen.
Okay.
Onsen.
Is anyone opposed to going to the onsen? Would you guys like to split up and go to Kabukicho?
If you want to go to the red light district, you may.
We all go to the onsen.
Yeah, you can all go to the onsen if you want. Unless Jordan wants to go to the Kabukicho.
I genuinely think that I will get information if I go to the red light district.
Guys, Jordan needs this information. You guys don't understand. It's been years since Jordan's got some good information.
Guys, get it late. There's gonna be demons coming out. Where would they go if not the red light
Guys,
district?
I need my dick sucked.
Maybe the person talking to me there and I can talk to him.
Take a vote. If you want to go to the red light district, it means you're horny.
I'll go by myself.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, children.
All right. So we're splitting it. We're gonna
Yeah.
have a little. All right. So we'll take care of the onsen at first.
Oh my god, what if Kamiko went to the red light district?
I
Do you
don't.
think Kamiko would get kicked out?
Kamiko would almost immediately get kicked out. Yeah.
Oh.
And
That's
if not,
unfortunate.
Kamiko would probably experience something not fun for herself.
Yeah, that's true.
Would Ayu get kicked out?
Ayu would almost immediately be removed.
Yeah. So he's
Who do
not
you
even
think will
trying.
get? Who do you think will get removed faster?
Probably Ayu. I think Kamiko would want to leave sooner, however.
Neither of you gets the chance. Mitsurugi does not let you guys close to there. You just go to your onsen, go have fun. Daddy's gonna go get some information while you guys have fun at the onsen.
He's like fanning himself.
Stop. Don't call yourself that.
He's putting on makeup. I'm gonna get some information.
Mitsurugi puts on cologne.
Sprays
Oh my
it.
god.
Sprays it.
Mitsurugi has a natural musk about him.
I didn't like that at all, actually. Mitsurugi sprays cologne and walks into it. Alright, we'll take care of the onsen first. So,
He eats a mint.
the group is split in Tokyo. I'm assuming, and like with the chosen or desired areas to go to. you guys reach a certain point in Tokyo where it is appropriate that you split off. You are heading in different directions. Ayu, Takara, and Kamiko all agree that they are going to go to the onsen. Mitsurugi decides that in his best interest, he swears it's his best interest, he's heading to the red light district. So you guys say your goodbyes. Is there any plan to meet up anywhere?
Oh yeah. Where are we gonna sleep tonight?
We're gonna go camping.
Well, where are you guys gonna sleep? Because it's
Yeah, what's the cheapest place?
tonight.
There's areas in the outskirts that'll cost about 5 yen a night.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money I have.
I'm rich,
Takara,
guys.
on her person,
Kamiko's
has
rich. She has 33,000 yen.
3 yen.
Lynn, don't lie.
Ah, sick.
It's true.
I don't know
She
if
sleeps outside of the room.
did
Look at my
she
sheet.
When you lie, Lynn.
did she get her money
Look at my sheet.
last session? Because
I
didn't you all
don't
split
you
the
think so.
lied
money?
I think I had
on
3
your
yen
sheet. You all got
before we
money.
started.
All right.
No,
I believe you
Kamiko's
received.
rich.
You all split 10 or 20 yen. How did that go?
From last session?
What did you make? What was your profit?
Oh my
When
god,
you made,
Kamiko
like-
didn't get money.
That was 2 sessions.
Because you weren't there.
No, it was last session because you guys did the IU betting.
That was last session.
That was.
Yeah, that was last
We haggled
session.
and went to the circus.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going insane.
We made like 24, but we split it unevenly because Mitsurugi took 5 yen from Ayu.
Yeah, but if we made that much, then Takara definitely has enough.
So yeah, Takara has about 14, 15 yen. It should be then. Because they had 3
Okay,
before.
cool, thank you.
So
Yeah.
yeah, the group splits. The onsen is 1 yen. It is a very like fast and easy onsen. A split between men and women. You guys make it and you move the red cloth. There is a familiar inside for at least some of you. Sorry, I am pulling everything up. You walk through the main area that divides you guys. You pay the cashier. And we'll start Kieran. Ayu pays his share. I don't believe Ayu has ever been to a public onsen, no?
Probably not. I mean, well, no.
So she watches him. The lady in the counter watches him go in, and she goes, "Do you know how to do it? Have you been here? Have you been to an onsen?"
No.
She goes, "Where's your parents?"
He went to go follow some red light. I don't know.
The old woman behind the counter's eyes like expand a little bit. Oh, and she goes, "Oh, you poor thing. Come here." And she like guides him to the men's room. There's nobody in here, by the way. While it is Tokyo, this is a very tucked away onsen. And there are a few men that are sitting out in the main area, but nobody is in the bath section. She shows him the locker where he can put his things. She shows him the washing area where he can wash himself, and then tells him after he's done washing himself, he can get into the pool or the bath. The big pool of water is where you can relax. And so she pats him on the head and walks back out to the main area.
Nice.
He is fully welcome to use a smarts check to try and do his best.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. How smart is he? He's alright.
Ayu is alright. He's got a 4.
Yeah, I'm an 18.
18. So he walks in, he throws his stuff into the small cubby. It's very weird. He's got like his gun kind of almost sticking out with his wakizashi, but he throws his jacket over it and just calls it a day. After that, he goes over, he rinses off, he steps into the bath, and he relaxes. And as he's laying back into the water and taking in the full heat, he hears a voice from the other side of the onsen, and he hears, "First time," and turns. He can see someone. It's just through the mist is a little hard. There's a man, not much older than Ayu, around between Mitsurugi and Takara's age, who is leaned
like a
back.
teenager?
Yeah, leaned back fully. Oh, what did you say?
Like a teenager?
Yeah, he's leaned back fully onto like the tiling, and his head is looking up with a washcloth over his eyes and head, and he's like sunken into the water a little bit.
Damn. Yeah.
Is Ayu like a hot water enjoyer, or is he a heathen?
A heathen.
What
do you mean by heathen?
I mean, like, does he enjoy cold water?
Oh, he probably does enjoy cold water, but he likes hot too.
He's taking a sweet time. All right, Kamiko, Takara, you guys. I know for a fact Kamiko has definitely been to an onsen. Not that she showers, but Takara may or may not have been. She's definitely been in like hot water baths. She might actually
Not
have.
that she showers.
If she's from Hokkaido, I would assume that these are like hot springs or onsens are like something that she values her time with.
This is Kamiko slander.
Yeah. The lady looking at the two girls tells them the rate. She takes their money. It's only a yen. And she asks just to be safe. A few people have been caught slipping in the girls' room.
Oh, F.
Yeah. All right.
Flipping.
That'd be Kamiko.
Like
Kamiko would run in
Wait,
and
only
die.
in the girls' room?
the girls' bath section has been noted to have a little bit of a slippery floor.
For why?
She's just like, we aren't really quite sure. We waxed not that long ago, but it started before then, so we're not really sure how to fix it. If you have any problems, please let me know. Please be careful, ladies.
Kamiko would test her luck and literally run in.
All right,
see if
as
she
soon as
dies.
you run in, Ayu, you hear a little jingling, and with that, the boy who was sitting aside from you, slowly, doesn't take off his face covering, slides down to the closest wall, farthest from you, I guess, closest wall to the other side of the bathrooms, or not the baths, the bath housing. He gets very close to the girls' wall.
Oh.
Kamiko, while you're inside, I need you to make a finesse check.
Okay. Is that a D20?
It's a D20 plus finesse.
Okay. Hold on. I need it. Where's the dice thing on here? Where do I roll?
You hit exclamation point in any chat, and then R, and then 1d20 typed out. I put it in the Demon Slayer chat, but it's like this.
Okay.
Takara, I'm assuming, is taking her time.
I'm not. Can
I
I?
don't know if she's. Nah, she'll be like, bet I can beat you.
Runs in after.
Races her in.
22.
22. Jesus. Kamiko runs into the bath after disrobing. She puts all her things away. And just as she gets into the bathroom, her leg flies up in front of her. And with that, she like pulls her arms out and sticks a full backflip standing.
Oh my god.
And with that, she like also
God.
has her towel like pulled up, and it is like standing like as if she like is posing for the judges. And you hear by you I mean Ayu. Ayu hears what it sounds to be like a thump, bing, like someone jumping and landing in like a very split second. And with that, you hear the guy who is in the onsen with you, the young teenager. He flips a tile up, and you can see him pull his washcloth over from one of his eyes, and he opens it. And then you hear like a fuck, and he puts it back down.
Oh God!
Sir.
Hello?
He looks over to Ayu and is kind of just like, "You want to see?"
I'm about to report you.
So Kamiko doesn't hear any of this?
Kamiko hears nothing. Takara, however, has entered the washroom. Takara disrobes, and I'm going to need you to make a finesse check. Is she running in or is she walking in?
I think she's also running in.
Okay. Give me a finesse
Like, if it's
check.
deep enough, she'll do a cannonball.
Alright. As you walk in, as she passes through the cloth that leads to the onsen, like the straight bath, she hears a jingling. A faint jingling. As if it were the smallest bell.
Okay.
She's sussed out enough to
Yeah.
not run.
I think she, like, kinda... Like, you know... when you're about to start running, you get into
Yeah.
that, like, position to fucking bolt.
Mhm.
And she, like, hears it, and she, like, is like, what the fuck?
Alright.
Like, her head, like, turns directly towards wherever it's coming from.
Okay. She walks in. And now we get the finesse check. Did she walk in or she run in?
I don't think she necessarily does... She doesn't walk in, like, normally, but she doesn't run in either.
Mm-hmm.
A light
You know,
jog.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of, I guess. Like, she's, like, fast walking, but not, like, fast walking. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Give me a finesse
Fuck,
check.
I don't know what my finesse is. Can you look at what my finesse
I can
is?
totally give you a
Flip.
finesse. Your
Flip.
finesse is +4. Do a flip!
Okay, thank you. Flip. Fuck, here, wait. Exclamation point, okay.
All you just need to do is remove the period, so it registers.
4.
4?
24.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So Takara, this is specifically for you. But you go out. You said you ran, right? Or did you light jog?
Light jog.
As you hit the slippery spot, the whole world kind of slows for just the split moment. Your leg comes up into the air, and you use the still standing leg to kick off and make your backflip. This time you land not on your feet perfectly, but you land like kneeling down and catch yourself with your hands. You take literally no damage. It doesn't hurt, it just feels like you landed on tile. And in that split moment where you're sitting looking around and like making sure you caught yourself, you hear like, well, you hear the sound of what sounds like stone moving across stone, like how a stone brick would sound if you dragged it across another stone brick. And it sounds like it's coming from your left wall at the farthest corner. I'm assuming peer over, or at least it catches your eye, but you see a paneling of tile move out of the way, and what appears to be someone's eye, and like a good chunk of cheek and face protruding through.
Oh, what the fuck? Can she like go over to it and like shove her finger in his eye?
As soon as she starts walking over, you see it frantically get shoved back into place. Ayu, you
Hi.
see, the boy hears another thump, and he goes, come on, and he pulls it. And in that moment, he goes, shit, and moves the stone back very, very quickly, and immediately jumps up from the water and begins moving toward the changing area very quickly. He like doesn't even grab a towel.
Bro, he's naked?
He's ass naked right now.
Oh my god. Ma'am! Where's the lady at the front desk?
Can Takara just run into the men's room and be like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah,
She's already outta here.
I'm assuming she's grabbing a towel, hopefully.
No, absolutely not.
Wait, Kamiko would follow.
Towelless? Or toweled?
Yeah. Towelless.
Oh my god!
She does not care.
You watch the man walk out. He grabs a towel from the changing room, wraps it around his waist, and begins toweling himself off. All of a sudden, there is a vivacious yell from the main office area, and you hear, "Ladies, please!" And then a few like gasps from older men, and all of a sudden, like the cloth dividing the men's room to the lobby flies open, and you can see two like thick legs, and then two smaller legs like appear with the top halves and even just like waists of them cut off by the in-between curtain from the changing room to the onsen area, and you hear the guy go, "Oh shit!" Takara, Kamiko, you guys both see, well, Kamiko doesn't know who she's looking at, but Takara, you see the same. You can see a man with his face. There is a square outline as if he had been pressing his face up against something recently. And he backs up and he goes, well, hold on. I was just doing work. I was working to make sure these tiles were in place. And he turns to Ayu and he goes, "Yep, you saw me. They are in place. They're sure they are good." And he tries to walk past Takara.
Your Honor, this man is guilty as fuck.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ayu delivers the verdict.
He probably doesn't say fuck. That's just me.
Your Honor, this man's guilty as fuck. Takara, you hear Ayu corroborate with a different story that this man was not in fact performing any repairs on the room or tile.
Oh my god.
He tries walking by you.
No, she like immediately like puts her hand like on his chest. I don't know how tall he is.
She is taller than him.
Okay, cool. Okay,
get him,
grabs him by like the fucking head.
You grab him by the hair, or you palm him.
Palm him.
All right, give me a force check.
Skull.
Can you tell me what my force is again? Is it 5?
It's +5.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wrong.
Fuck.
10's enough.
Okay.
You pick the boy up by his head, and he grabs at your like forearm, and he's like, "Ow! Please stop!" And you can hear what sounds like, but it's just like hair crinkling underneath. And the older woman bumps in, and she goes, "What is going on?"
He's all up in my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Yes. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Takara's head like whips around to her while she's like still got his.
She's like holding her hands up to try and cover your guys' body. Kamiko's just there and naked.
Yeah. Can Kamiko pretend like she knows what's going on and like she gets the vibe and then she like does a really dramatic like gasp. She's like, and then she goes to slap him.
Yeah. Give me a force check. We'll just take.
See.
Well, actually, we'll just take your force modifier for damage, but you can roll to see if you hit him.
D20. Wait. D. +3. Oh!
All right. So Kamiko like goes to smack him, and slips on the water on her feet, and like does like as if she slipped on a banana peel and just like falls onto the ground. The older woman is obviously very shocked by this, and she goes, "What are you doing to my son?"
What? Lady, control your son.
Yes, my son. Now I'm going to have to ask you ladies to leave the men's side.
Wait, can Kamiko go off on her?
What? Wait, Takara first, then Kamiko.
Oh, sorry.
What did
Just
she
like,
say?
Oh, hell no. And she's like, "This fucker's peeping, dog."
She goes, Takeshi, tell me it isn't true. And he goes, no, Mom, it's not true. I'm not peeping. I was just minding my own business in here with him. And he gestures to Ayu, who's like, I'm assuming still in the water and naked.
He's lying.
She goes, Takeshi. And he goes, Mom, please. And he just starts, like obviously fake, like, not sobbing, but he's still slightly crying.
Good.
And Kamiko interject
Get him.
and be like, he has a square on his face. That's enough proof.
She's pointing, like, from the ground.
Yeah. He's got a square on his face.
She walks by Takara and, like, pushes, and she's a very strong woman. This is unrealistically strong for her age, but she pushes Takara out of the way and she makes her drop him. And she grabs him by his, like, face with both sides, and she starts moving his head around to inspect him. And she drags her finger along his crease, and she goes, Takeshi! And she, like, starts squeezing. You can see his cheeks are, like, popping out from between her fingers. And she starts, like, shaking him back and forth. And he goes, Ma, I'm sorry! And she goes, ladies, I am so sorry. Please, I'll comp your bath. You can have free milk after this on the house. And she drags him out by the hair.
Oh, hell yeah, free.
Justice is served.
She also insists that you guys please travel back to your side with a towel.
She has no problem.
Alright.
Fresh towels around her.
You guys are comped. And now, we're going to Mitsurugi!
Oh, I wonder how he's doing.
Mitsurugi.
Hi, King.
You stop at the entrance to Kabukicho. The red light district has flashing neon all around you. There's red, pink, blue. It all goes deep. It feels like a mile long, but you know it's not that so. As soon as he gets to the entrance, you first off hear several women, whether or not they're talking to you, call out like, "Come here, big boy, come here," with like fingers gesturing to him and like a like, I'm guessing beckoning motion. She like you can see that there are shops all along here. There's bars, places you can buy food, and other places.
Wow. What about the other places
Well,
where they're
depending on the
for?
place, there are adult shops.
I just like hearing you try to explain what's in
It's
the red light.
hard. Fuck off. There is several, as they are called. I believe Yoshiwara. Yeah. I think this is. There is not enough information for me to, you know, use it with confidence. I don't want to say things that may be wrong towards Red Light District. But at the moment, there are several shops here that you can deem not good in Kabukicho.
No, you're good.
There's definitely some love hotels.
No, did you say that there are bars here?
There are.
Yeah, so despite what everyone wants to think about me coming here, I am coming to get information.
Yeah.
So
You pass through the red Ichibangai gate entrance. That's so famous. And it's time.
Mitsurugi loves a strong drink, so he would go to one of the bars to hopefully get some information and get his soberness.
Okay. You travel through and find a bar that is called the Lucky Dice, and on each of the sides there are 2 6s next to its or there's 2 dice next to the neon light standing near it, and they have a flashing neon of like rolling and then both landing a 6. You can tell that there are drinks to be had here. There is drafts and others.
He goes right up to the bar.
Okay, he walks straight in. There is a slew of men, and in like this bar, there are women serving alcohol, and like sitting at the men's sides. Yeah, you walk up, straight sit at the bar, and the man behind the counter asks, "What are you having?"
I wanted to be smooth. This is me talking for a second. I wanted to be smooth and like order like a very strong drink that like Mitsurugi knows exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
But myself, I do not drink, and I just don't know drinks.
You can order sake, draft beer. There isn't like a whole slew of different things.
No, yeah, he wouldn't. Mitsurugi isn't a beer drinker, definitely. He would. Yeah, he would. I guess. All right. So he goes up to the bar and he just he taps the counter and he just says, "Give me the best thing you have back there."
Daigenjo sake coming up. And he retreats to like a separate corner of the bar, and you see him like unhook something like a latch on a door, and he pulls out a very large bottle, comes over, puts down the shot or the glass that you'd be drinking out of, and pours with both hands into your cup, and says, "Thank you, sir." And just as he's like putting it down, you see a young lady sit next to you at the bar, and she puts an elbow on the table, and she puts her hand out like a platform for her chin. She leans in, and she's like, "Somebody's got money to spend."
I'm dead.
In Mitsurugi's mind, he is like sweating because he's remembering that he just doesn't have money right now. He's like, it's fine. I should be able to pay for one drink.
Yeah. To her though?
No,
what does he say?
No, that's just to himself. To her, he says, he says, "Well, money isn't an object when you want to get
What I'm
the
looking-
best drink you can.
What you're looking for?
When you want to get, when you want to feel a certain way, money isn't an object."
When you. She puts like a hand reaching out onto his shoulder, and she goes, "No, I know exactly what you mean. Enough money and you can feel anything you want." And she starts like trailing up his shoulder.
He like he kind of like looks at it.
I love that you are getting flustered for Mitsurugi.
No, he's not getting flustered. He kind of like
Jordan's getting flustered.
No, he kind of like raises his eyebrows and looks down in it. Hello, I can't speak. He like raises his eyebrows and like looks at it like, And
Jordan's like, "Oh my god, get it, King."
She like moves in a little closer, and she's like, well, I mean, you seem to have money, so what is it that you're looking for?
And he looks back up at her from looking at her arm. He says, "Information."
She immediately like pulls her hand back a little bit, and she goes, "Oh, and she turns to like look around, and she goes, "Well, you're definitely in the right place, just not with the right people." And like leans closer to him as if she's pretending to flirt with him, and she goes, "There is somewhere you can go nearby that's definitely more private and definitely more informational than you'd think." And she like gets up and gives him a wink, and she goes, Follow me if you'd like to see. And she moves from the bar. She takes his drink, drinks it, and leaves the cup to like walk off to the bar. Or walk off of the bar.
I whip my head over to the bartender. I go, how much was that drink?
It's about 10 yen.
Fuck! I pay for it and leave because I just can't afford to get myself.
So he pays. I'll take or unless you want to edit your money. You got it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So she invites you. She
Yeah,
starts walking. Yeah, you're following her? Yeah. You like slam the yen down on the table and you're like, I gotta go. And you leave. You see that she's moving throughout the crowd like effortlessly. We've all been to cons. We know what it's like to move through a crowd and to not touch anyone whilst moving at a fast pace is impressive. You see her enter into a place called Late Nights. And there is no like neon sign for it, but you can see there's an outline of like a woman laying on her side with the yukata she is wearing like slightly drawn so that you can see like bare breast. And she turns behind herself to see if you're following her, and when she sees you, she enters.
I follow.
All right, you enter in, and it is a small wooden room. There is like partisans all throughout this place, but the small wooden room is the guide to those. And there is a very, very large gentleman working. And she has disappeared from the main lobby. She is nowhere to be seen. As soon as you walk in, it is just the man behind the counter. And he looks up at you from like writing something in onto paper, and looks back down at the paper, waiting for you to approach.
I walk up to him.
Oh,
And I
What'd you say?
Ooh. No, I walk up and I say, did a woman just come through here?
She did. I'm sorry, I also misspoke. The Onsen is called Late Nights. The brothel is called Are You Cold?
I am. Do you... Mitsurugi says...
He's like got a hand on the back of his neck.
Are you familiar with this woman?
Well, she works here, so yes. Are you looking for a night with her?
I'm looking for information. If spending a night with her is what'll give me that, then sure. Unless you can give me some information.
He looks up at you and he puts his hands up and he goes, No. I have no, any air quotes, information for you. I don't swing that way.
I go, no.
He goes, no, I understand. And he goes, it's 15 for a night. Do what you will. She's in, and he gestures to like a map behind him. It's very small. It's very like basic diagram. And she's in the farthest back left room. Her name is Kobuki. Yeah. And you will pay upon leaving, no matter how long you stay.
I thank the man for his time, and I stomp back there very angrily, and I'm like, she better be refunding me for that drink.
So Mitsurugi takes a step through. He walks through a red felt like draw curtain door. There is a few bright red lights that emanate throughout this entire hallway. You go to the last room, which is a bamboo paper door, and you slide it. And in there, she is pouring 2 drinks. There is a small table in the center, and pillows for each side with a it's a tatami mat flooring, but there is a bedding in the back of the room. And she like beckons him over as she pours a drink for him.
As I approach to sit down, I say, I hope both of those are for me because you owe me a drink.
She laughs and she goes, I didn't know you were gonna be so funny.
I'm not joking.
You see her like cheery, like flirty expression kind of drop a little, and she goes, "Oh, yes, I suppose." And she pushes her shot glass towards him.
He takes both.
Give me a fortitude check, and I need to see how drunk you're gonna get. And your fortitude is, well, I guess you wouldn't have the modifier now, but you have a +2. And you have a sensory for taste.
Do you want me to
This is-
roll? What?
Yeah,
What's
roll
my
on
sensory?
fortitude. The taste doesn't do anything. You taste the sake, and from the sake you drank in your life, you can tell that this is like moderately okay sake. It's not cheap. So, you know, you're getting something at least.
You want me to roll in the chat so you know I'm not cheating?
Yeah.
For the
You can-
record, I've never cheated, but
I've never cheated in my life. I know this, Jordan, and I love you.
I love you too. King.
$13.
13.
Mitsurugi takes one shot and then the other, and he like goes like after taking both. They are very nice. It's warm sake. It's not cold, and it goes down very easily. She like is almost impressed at how well he takes it. There's no like shivering, nothing. He takes his second one, and it's down to business. And she like puts her hand up to her mouth, like not shocked, but like impressed. And she goes, looks like the samurai can hold his liquor.
Sorry about snapping at you. I take my liquor very seriously.
No, I understand. And she puts an arm back, or she puts both elbows on the table and holds her head up, and she goes, so what is it you want to know, Mr. Samurai?
Are you aware of what has been happening around Tokyo lately?
She takes one of the shot glasses and begins spinning her finger around the rim, and she goes, I've heard a thing or two. And she's looking at it, and then she stops, and still, like, her face looking toward the shot glass, she pulls her eyes up and look at you, and she goes, who's asking?
Who do you think?
I assume, and she leans over the table, and she starts, like, walking her fingers up your uniform, and she goes, I think someone with an important job is here to do it. And she pulls, like, a button, not off you, but, like, between her fingers. She goes, you work for the Demon Slaying Corps, don't you?
He smiles at her, and he says, wouldn't you like to know?
She goes, honey, I already know. And, like, pulls his Haori just to the side, and she goes, no men walk here without a sword, or with a sword, that have any intention of using it, unless it's on something that isn't human. She goes on to explain. She has seen and met Demon Slayers before. Not all of them are here for mission. She was kind of hoping that was the case here, but she's gonna live. She wants to know what specifically you're asking about. There's been many different things that have happened in Tokyo in the past few months. I'm guessing you're talking about the circus?
Yes.
You had to think about it. Well,
Yeah.
and she
Yes.
begins to pour another shot for both of you. From what I have heard, and she peers around, and like you can see her kind of sweating a little bit, like one droplet. And you can tell that this is very like well kept secret. I hear that they're planning on leaving soon. They seem to have gotten what they wanted, but they're having one big show tomorrow.
I say, Come on now, I know you can give me more information than that.
Uh,
You,
what'd you say?
I might not just be looking for information from you, if you can tell me what I want to know.
Give me a social check and try and lie to her, because I know your ass is not here for some coochie.
I can get the Gucci if I need to for this information.
You don't know how willing I am. Give me a charm check, because she doesn't believe you.
Is getting ready to have his third. Sorry,
yeah.
I was just checking what my modifier was.
Okay. I will say, if anyone's wondering why she's so eager, I would ask that you remind yourselves that most demon slayers are like peak human condition. So like, it's probably fun. I'm talking about specifically the adults.
Dude.
Are in like peak human. So 14. She is aware that there's definitely something going on with you. Not sure what. You're a lot different than most male demon slayers that come by, but from what you sound like at the moment, you don't seem to be lying. Okay, that's maybe not everything, but well. And she has to like think for a moment. She purses her lips and puts her fingers on it as if she's thinking. Have you been to a final showing?
I have not.
Well, do you know what the final showing is?
That's kind of what I've been trying to figure out, as they canceled theirs tonight and moved it to tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't think they'd cancel tonight. I never heard anything about a cancellation. Maybe something came up. Oh, well, the final showing is an all-out performance. And she, like, really emphasizes how secret this is, by pulling you close, and, like, she rests Mitsurugi's chin with her thumb on top, and she cradles it with her pointer finger. She goes, you know, when they first got here, their final shows were a bit, and she turns her head and, like, moves side to side, lackluster. But the past weeks that they've been here, their final show seems to grow in excitement, as if something new is there every time. I don't know what it is, and quite frankly, I'm too scared to go to these shows. I've seen a few side shows, but never the finale. If you're looking for something of interest, this is where it is.
If you've never been to a final showing, where have you heard this information?
She pulls back from you, and takes her drink, and she goes, I don't ask you where you know everything from, do I? She asks, what's got you so interested?
I'm trying to save lives here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make money. And she, like, takes that as a little hint socially, and she, like, taps the table a little.
Do you know how much that drink is for me?
I thought money wasn't an object for you. And she, like, raises an eyebrow at you.
I go, that's just something people say who don't have money.
She takes your drink and shots it, and she goes, don't I know it?
Listen, I can still...
How much you got?
That's my body.
Body's not gonna pay my bills now, is it? And she stands up, and she makes for the door.
I go, wait. I go, I'm not stiffing you tonight. I said, obviously I have enough to pay for our time here, whatever happens. I just don't have extra to be bribing you with. I thought we were having a conversation.
She says, I thought we were having a conversation too. With that, she's meaning, she thought she was gonna get a little bit more cash out of sharing something so life-threateningly secret. She, like, walks out into the hallway and, like, pouts. And she closes the door behind her.
Rough.
You like pour you can pour a shot for yourself if you want.
I take a swig from the bottle.
Yeah, you you take a big swig, and you can feel yourself shiver from the alcohol entering your body. We cut back. So Ayu, Takara, and Kamiko, all of you have finished up your baths, and you go to dry yourselves off. You find that there is a bottle of cold milk in each of your the dresser drawers left for you.
God, yay.
Hell yeah.
I'm only assuming Kamiko drains this thing.
Yeah, I was thinking, could she drink it and then hide the bottle and say she didn't get one?
You could try.
Oh my
I
god.
try.
All right, you shove it into your back pocket. You feel
sick of this.
you feel a familiar slithering body crawl up into your arm like sleeve while you put your clothes on.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I little snick.
You hide the bottle. Takara, Ayu. Takara has definitely been to an onsen. Is she like eager to drink, or is she not a milk drinker? Does she have weak bones, or is she strong?
Nah, she. Excuse me? Are you really asking that right now?
I'm assuming she
I can't
chugs.
believe you said a slur.
Chugs.
Yeah. Gulp, gulp. 2 big swigs and it's gone. Ayu, have
Yeah.
you ever had bottled milk?
That's a good fucking question.
That is totally valid if you have or have not.
I'll go on a limb here and say he's had milk, but not bottled milk.
All right.
Like
So
not fresh. cold milk.
Yakult. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it definitely existed. I'm just double checking. You know how things are. All right. So yeah, he takes his little swig. He has had it, you said, so he's familiar.
Yeah.
All right. You place him down. You go your stuff on. You guys walk out. And she smiles and she's like kind of sweating and she asks you like, "How was the bath?"
Lovely.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. You guys can all take a bonus modifier of like +2 to your finesse
Ah, heck yeah.
for the next 24 hours.
Oh, does this mean can I use a +2 for when Kamiko is trying to get another milk?
Wait,
That's
how much is
finesse,
the
not
modifier?
social.
Oh, is this fuck?
What's up?
Kamiko sucks.
What's up, Karen?
What was the number?
+2.
+2. On finesse, right?
Correct.
Oh my god, Kamiko sucks booty cheeks.
All right.
I'm gonna try. If this turns out really bad, pretend like this never happened.
No.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
13. That's not the worst, but
No. She goes. The woman like looks at you and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have put it somewhere else while I was getting your things ready." And she reaches like into a nearby storage bin and pulls out a cold drink of milk.
Oh, God.
oh my god, poggers.
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 Just the Chuck E. She's like, Kamiko is just Chuck E. Cheese for a second. All right. Yeah, you guys ready to re-meet up? You never said where you were meeting up.
Obviously at the
Damn.
red light district.
And
Yeah.
I
Oh, there's no way to make. What if we wait? What if Kamiko and Ayu do like 2 kids in a trench coat?
Yeah, can they try?
I'll let it slide if you can search for a trench coat and get one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Looking for a trench coat.
Mitsurugi, you're fully welcome to be wherever you need to be, but we cut to Ayu, Takara, and Kamiko, who have traveled. It's a good like 8:30, 9 o'clock now, and you can see that Kamiko, Takara, and Ayu are all standing outside of the red gate, and Kamiko and Ayu are clearly conspiring. Is Takara interested in what's going on, or is she just here to get ready to go to bed?
I think she's just ready to go to bed.
Oh, wait, Grant.
Hmm.
Can Kamiko and Ayu try and use the trench coat tactic to get a room for cheaper?
What? How would that work?
So the only reason you would get it for cheaper is if it's a love hotel.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I was like, just because we're adults, we don't get a discount.
No, it's because
Um,
it because one room instead of 2 rooms.
No, no.
We could also.
Oh, actually, love hotels didn't even exist. It's literally just like places for sex.
Oh my god, blacklight everything.
Yeah. You just can only get like regular hotel rooms at the moment.
F.
Wait, am I done with my lady?
She left.
Yeah.
How much did it fucking cost to go there?
15.
Oh.
The fact that I just don't have the 5 anymore to pay for the hotel.
Sure,
I
you
just
could borrow money from IU.
I just want to say, when I'm leaving, I don't see her at all when I'm leaving, do I?
No.
I
Sadly.
when I pay the guy, I give him an extra $2 and ask him to give it to her, and on one of the dollars I write, "I'm sorry, I truly can't give you more, but I appreciate the time we spent together."
It's like a whole thesis on the back of this yen. You like get out a quill. You're like writing this all, and he's like,
I lick
He's-
it to get it wet and everything.
yeah, he's watching you write it, and he's like, buddy, and like watching you like scribe this down on a note.
Like,
It's like coins.
one
You're writing
should.
individual like letters on coins.
no, I give her a $2 tip. I feel bad.
2 yen. Okay. You leave. Mitsurugi, you walk out, and you see that Kamiko and Ayu are like pulling at a like coat rack outside a bar, or like on the inside of a bar, at like a trench coat, and Takara is just standing there ready to go to bed.
I walk up to them and I say, "Dear Lord, if you guys are trying a trench coat trick, I'm leaving you here to fend for yourselves."
He like comes up behind them and bends down to get to like their head height, and like puts his head between the two of them.
He drops the trench coat and says it was Kamiko's idea.
Kamiko would
Crosses his arms and he's like, "That's what I thought."
Kamiko would throw a tantrum because for once it was not Kamiko's idea.
She like bonks. She keeps like bonking Ayu on the head. It does the like
Yeah.
poomph poomph. All right.
I go,
Is that the sound effect of it?
All right. Are you guys ready for some camping? Good old-fashioned camping. So my question is, where is it that they would like to stay for the night? There is the 5 areas, or they can try and find a hotel.
Camp in the outskirts. Is that where the last show is gonna be?
Correct.
Yeah, let's go there.
All right. You guys are walking out to the outskirts, and it takes you like a good hour and a half. It is now very late at night. As you're walking, there is nobody out. Everyone has gone to bed. There's street lights, though very sparsely spread out throughout, and disappearing as you reach the outskirts. I will say, if you want, you can scavenge for abandoned buildings. If not, you can attempt to construct living quarters out of nearby forestry.
sorry, I think one of my fucking like I don't know why I can't think. Oh, one of the circuits blew, the one that has our internet on it. So my Wi-Fi just cut out, so I had to go on my phone. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. You guys are moving to the outskirts, and one of the questions I've posed for you guys is, there is places you can stay, like empty shacks, or you can attempt to create buildings, or not a building, but a temporary respite with trees and foliage.
Let's camp.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I have no
We
money.
should we should camp.
All right, camping it
Kamiko would like
is.
to save money.
I like builds a nest.
All right, I'm gonna have all of you use smarts checks.
Uh-oh.
What's my smarts? Sorry.
Your smarts is +3.
I got 15.
Jesus. Yeah,
Funny.
Ayu takes a few like free broken trees and sets up a very like large sleeping area using foliage nearby to cover the essentially walls of this area. What else did we get?
You see that
21.
22
Kamiko, yeah,
roll?
Kamiko has traveled from her fucking birth. And Takara as
That's a
well has lived
Smart as
with
fuck.
Takara has also lived with someone who is a well-known like camper. Two of you have lived with very, very popular, or at least well-experienced travelers, slash camping enthusiasts. And in this moment, you guys are able to create shacks, or at least small sleeping quarters that are large enough to give you a comfortable night's sleep. You slow down, put in a fire, and cook whatever you have available, or eat whatever you have saved, and night turns into day. Do you guys plan on sleeping in, or staying in your campsite for a little bit, or do you want to head out first thing in the morning?
I mean, the show isn't until later tonight, right?
Correct.
Yeah, sleep in.
Let's fucking snooze.
Yeah.
All right. We'll sleep in till about noon, if that's any difference. We've made it
Yeah.
to noon, the
We
day
also
2.
had, like 3 fucking shots at least last night. so
Yeah,
he had to
Mitsurugi's a
sleep
little
bit.
drinky. A little drunk. So it's about 12, actually around 2 in the afternoon now.
We got-
Where is it
I
that you
will
guys...
still hear you.
Okay, where is it that you guys plan to head first?
What time does the show start?
The show starts at... from what you believe, the show should start at 5.
Not a lot of time.
I know. I don't really have a preference where we go. I don't know if there's any other information we can gather before we go there.
I will say there is going to be some level of things to handle before the show. I think
Oh.
necessary preparations are in order.
Like what?
So you guys know...
What
Let's
are-
line out what you guys are aware of right now.
Uh-huh.
So your objective is what?
Nothing. Figure out what's happening to the people
Watch
who
a
are going
good show.
with them.
Is Mitsurugi prepared for any scenario that comes with finding out that truth?
I'm scared because I thought I was, but the way you said that makes me think I'm not.
I should preface, or not preface, I should elaborate. Are all of you ready for things to come? Like, are you guys, do you believe Ayu, Takara,
battle?
Kamiko, and Mitsurugi are mentally prepared for any scenario?
Yes.
Okay, that's,
Maybe.
would they like to go purchase anything or prepare, like,
Can
physically by
Kamiko stock
collecting?
up on snack?
She can.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're gonna head to the market?
Yes.
Alright. Alright. I'm just mentally preparing for this. So you guys head to the market, which is, again, lively right now. Right now, actually, you have about an hour until the market's performance. But for those of you who don't remember, the market is, as you turn onto the street, you're taken aback by how long this street stretches and how many stalls fit here. Normally, you would be able to see all the way from one side of the street to the other without any issue, but now it's a fucking effort to make a full step without finding a new shop or store posted up barking sales at you. And you can see something scattering itself thin around the just around the airspace above the market. Does anyone want to give me a
Grant.
perception check? What's up?
I'm sorry, I was talking to my sister about the internet going out.
Yes. Do you want me to reiterate? I'll take that as a maybe.
What are we rolling for perception check?
Smarts.
Okay.
I'll wait for Jordan to come back to answer her question.
Wait, am I also rolling? Or-
It's so. What's
Sorry.
up, Jordan?
Did I just cut out again?
You did.
Sorry, sorry, my internet's being dumb. Where
It's
did we end
okay.
up? I heard you talking where we were, but where did we end up?
So you guys are at the market, and currently at the market, everything is still bustling, but you can see something flying frantically around the airspace of the market.
That's concerning.
It is. I'm asking for perception checks to identify it.
Cool.
So perception is smarts.
I got 22.
22. You recognize that this is a crow, and it is like it's peering at. It swoops down, looks at someone, and then swoops back up, or I guess rises back up to a little bit higher, and just begins like searching for something.
Is it not one of our crows?
You all identify this as not, like, at least for those of you who have identified the crow, this is not your crow.
Bro.
Maybe another Demon Slayer's crow?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Ooh.
I think we should see where the crow goes and follow the crow.
Yeah. The crow. Do you guys? So you're all following the crow?
Yeah.
You begin moving through the crowd, trying to attempt to follow the crow through the street. I need everyone to give me finesse to make sure that you can keep up.
Grant, could you tell me my modifier?
Can I what?
What's my modifier?
Oh, your modifier for your finesse is +4.
Thank you.
No problem.
17.
Mine is also +4, right, Grant? Sorry.
Takara's
Kamiko fast.
finesse is +4.
Oh wait, are we adding the additional 2?
Yeah, if you've gotten the +2 from yesterday.
25. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, 25.
I got something funnier than 24. 45. So if you rolled over 15, you are jumping and hopping through this crowd with ease. You not push people, but gently guide them out of your way. And it's at that moment that you hear a boomf and an I'm sorry. The sound of panicked movement guided by a boy clad in purple and black toward the group. You can tell from his frantic and anxious movement he's searching for someone. And just as he is noticed, he looks at you and his eyes lock onto the group, and he sighs with such massive relief. And I have him here. Right now, I'm gonna actually see if I can edit this. So his name, and I'll add him on.
We're both Hito.
Oh wait, I forgot that doesn't
Oh.
work. Oh, hello?
Oh,
What just
Oh.
happened?
We're all
you
gone.
deleted everyone.
No way. Well, I don't know what just happened.
And then there was one.
And then there was one.
Hito.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly make sure everything's okay. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I also don't know why. Oh my god.
My mouth is in excruciating pain.
I'm gonna redo Control Shift Z. Alright.
I'm dying.
I don't know how everything just went wrong. But his name
But
is
it-
Hito
He's
Hito.
here.
We'll fix that another
His
time.
name
Visuals.
is Hito, and he's the only character now. Everyone else is gone.
Everyone dies.
He's like just relieved to see us, and we all literally vanished.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
Mitsurugi's back. I'm just gonna make
And
sure
then
that
there were
everything's
two.
okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna refresh and make sure everything's good. But he first off, bows to all of you, with a man following behind him, and he goes, "Hi, my name's Hito. I'm Kanato from Kanto. It is very nice to meet you. I've been assigned...
Breedable.
Shut up. I have been
say that.
assigned to task to help with your mission." He stretches out a hand, and you can see it's like it's not disgusting, but he's sweaty. And then
Poor guy.
he's shaking like a leaf, but when you grab whoever's grabbing hold, he has a firm grip and looks somewhat adequately prepared. He gestures to a very clearly distressed man that has been following him. "This is Mr. Yorinobu. He's a coal miner from Hokkaido I was asked to escort to Tokyo. He's recently been informed that his wife and child are missing. We have reason to believe that they're still here in Tokyo."
Grant,
"Yes."
I want you to know that Mitsurugi shook his hand, but he took in a handkerchief and put it over his hand before he shook it.
He acknowledges the handkerchief, but doesn't make him feel bad about it. Huh?
Legend.
He bows to Mitsurugi, and
Mitsurugi bows back.
he asks, "Well, it seems like you guys have some semblance of an idea of what's going on. I hope. Do you happen to know what's going on around here?"
We have some ideas about it.
He is worried about hearing about that.
I'm worried about telling him that because I wish we could tell him more.
He asks, well, or he doesn't ask, he states, really, "As long as your plans don't involve running in without a plan, I'll be okay."
Oh.
How about
Huh?
I go, "Oh, we just don't tell you that we don't have a plan."
I'd take that as well.
Cool, that's what we'll stick with.
He, like, laughs, but puts a hand behind his head very uncomfortably. The older gentleman behind him is like, you're the guys, right? You're the guys that are gonna help me find my daughter, my wife?"
Yeah, we saw them in the show from last session, didn't we?
You did.
We did.
We did.
We did.
Yeah, a woman and her daughter were the last people to be in the guy's ring performance, and he sent them to Hokkaido to see someone in a coal mine.
Ah, fuck.
What did this guy say when he just came out to us? What? How did he explain the situation with his wife and child?
He said, "This is Mr. Yorinobu. He's a coal miner from Hokkaido who was asked to escort to, who he was asked to escort to Tokyo. He's recently been informed that his wife and child are missing." He didn't explain.
You know what I didn't write down though?
Huh.
If the guy brought them back, or if he just teleported them there.
He teleported them one way.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't write down that he brought them back.
Hmm. All right. He asks, well,
So
Do you-
he sent them to Hokkaido,
he sent them
Yeah,
to
he sent
Hokkaido.
them to Hokkaido.
and now they're missing. But he came from Hokkaido.
Correct. Do you want to ask him any? You can ask Yorinobu any questions you may have. The
Did-
man is standing.
yeah,
with-
you perhaps. When did you leave Hokkaido?
I left
come
last
look-
night. He goes on to explain. Well, you see, I got back from my shift, and my boss actually has a great radio transponder that he lets us use after a hard day's work. I usually call with my wife every night if possible, and last night I didn't get to speak to her. I called in and see if I could contact through the operator. I reached out to my mother-in-law, and she told me that they were supposed to be with me. That they had, and he air quotes, magically teleported to Hokkaido. But I tell you this, they did not come to Hokkaido last night. And if they are not here, then I need to know where they are. And he begins to, like, sweat, and he gets, like, tears welling up, and he goes, "Please, they are all that keeps me going." He is, like, very clearly, like, cold-dusted. He has not showered since yesterday.
Fair enough, dude. I don't blame you.
He like gets down to Mitsurugi specifically because Mitsurugi seems to be the only one taking initiative, at least for this conversation. And he takes Mitsurugi's hand, and there's coal shit all over. He's wiping this black soot on Mitsurugi's hand as he gets down, and he begs. He puts both hands over Mitsurugi's hands, or his hand, and goes, "Please, I need to find my daughter. I need to find my wife.
Normally be.
I need to find my daughter. I need." The echo.
It sounds like it's coming over a radio.
It sounds like it's coming over. Jordan.
What, is it me echoing?
I actually have no idea who's echoing.
Is it still doing it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Normally Mitsurugi would be very... What? Is it doing it again?
It does it very delayed. But it's okay.
Normally Mitsurugi would be very concerned about getting on his hand, but he is very shaken by what is happening right now, and he does not care, and he wants to help this man.
Mhm.
And he grabs his hands in both of his, and he says, "We will do everything in our power to find your wife and child."
The man almost immediately breaks down sobbing. He's like, as you're holding him, he's cold. He hasn't eaten. He came straight here. From what you understand, he got on a train or car or carriage, whatever he could, and came straight from Hokkaido to Tokyo as fast as possible. Normally, that wouldn't be physically possible. At least I don't believe so. Hokkaido to Tokyo, modern day, is about an 18-hour trip.
Boy.
But he's been given special carriage or special transportation from specifically the Demon Slaying Corps. And yeah, Hito's watching you, and he looks at Mitsurugi and he goes, "Wow, I'm actually really impressed." He stopped shaking and he's like, "I'm sorry."
No, you're good.
He stopped shaking and he goes, "I've worked with a fair amount of slayers, and of them, you guys seem to be the most well-kept.
Woo!
Though that's not really saying much." And he shivers as he looks down and to the right as if he's remembering something.
Mitsurugi turns around to address the rest of his party as well as Hito, and he says, "This just got a lot more personal. This man's daughter is missing. We are figuring this out, and we are figuring this out now. We have no time to waste. We have to solve this." And he's his eyes are shining.
You can see the firelight in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you guys just want to head there? What do you want to do? You've got about a little bit of time before the final showing.
Did I share his information with everyone?
Yeah. So
they met them before.
Hito suggests, well, let's get him a hotel room, and we can take care of this. And he's kind of shaking again. On our own.
Good idea, Hito.
So you guys, Hito offers to pay for the hotel, and gets the man.
We're broke.
He offers the man a hotel room in lieu of coming with. Mr. Yorinobu is placed in a very nice, extravagant hotel, in the Tokyo Imperial Hotel. Here he goes to sleep. Hito assures him that they will come get him when they need him or when any new information pops up. And Hito comes back to you guys, and you can tell that he's infinitely more scared now that the person he doesn't have to act tough in front of is gone. And he goes, "Oh, okay, so what's the plan?"
None.
Surprise! We still don't have one.
He goes, "Okay," and he turns. He puts his hand and Haori clothing into his face, and you can hear him just Sorry, I'm more And then he turns back and
So
goes,
sorry.
"Perfect."
Well, that's not fair. We have kind of. I mean, we're going to the final showing. It has to be. We have to figure out the answers there. There's no way that's not where we're not supposed to be.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a semblance of a plan. Now, if I may ask, what is the final showing?
Right. We're going to a circus tonight. Yay.
Oh! He like wipes sweat from his brow and he goes, "That seems pretty manageable."
Yeah, it's just. I mean, the circus is probably run by demons and there's like a demon tiger there and stuff. But it'll be fun.
And it has a human tongue.
He has his like eyes closed from his previous relief, and his smile is still like plastered on his face, and he goes, and you can see the like sweat begin to trail on his face again. And he said, "You said demons. You said demons, right? Like demons?"
Well, we are demon slayers, aren't we?
Mhm.
Prepared
I
for
guess.
this?
And with that, he just starts like talking to himself for a moment. And he's got both hands, and he looks like he's weighing cons and pros. He turns to the rest of you and goes, "If I may ask, what rank is everybody?" For those of you who don't know what rank you are, it's on your sheet.
Mizunoto?
You are
I
Mizunoto,
got
which is the lowest rank of the
Hey.
Demon Slaying Corps. And you.
Whatever.
So are you all telling him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
He pauses for a moment, and goes, "Fantastic." Turns, puts his head into his sleeves.
Wait, what's his rank?
He's Kanoto. And you
Okay.
hear a familiar. He turns and goes, "So, it looks like I'll be leading the charge." And he pulls out his fist, and you can see Kanoto, which is the third rank. So he's 2 ranks above you.
I say, Mitsurugi wants to like trust this guy, but he's very not impressed. And he goes, "Big talk from someone who just started crying because we said there were demons involved with a demon slaying mission."
You give him this sass, and he like stops. You can see him like, "Gung!" And then he starts like crying, almost like tears start coming.
Oh.
But he's pretending he is not crying. He goes, "No, I'm Kanoto because I," and he puts his hand to his chest and like hits himself. And he goes, "I am strong. I am capable." And it's an almost uncharacteristic shout. And it takes a form of almost like a completely separate person in the way he says it. But he goes, "And I will get this done!" And he throws his hand up, still quivering, obviously. And he turns and starts walking as if like he's like leading you to the arena. And he's walking in the wrong direction.
I like this guy.
I grab his shoulder and turn him around, and I go, "Listen, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you have to prove yourself here." And I go, "First of all, the best way to do that is to lead us in the right direction." And I point over my shoulder to the way we're supposed to be going.
Understandable. He goes, yes. And he like moves past you with his hand pointed out in like a follow the leader type walk. His crow is like still frantically flying above him, heading off like forward in the direction. So you guys are heading towards the outskirts. And this interaction as a whole took until like 4:30, 4:45. It is very early in the evening, but ready for the show. He is, I should say, he's about 5'6", 5'7". You can tell that he doesn't weigh too much. And on your way, if you guys have any questions for him, he's fully willing to answer. But you guys are on the way to the outskirts. Huh?
Was it what's your breathing style?
He pulls his sword and he's got like a couple fish on a river and he goes, I use water breathing.
Oh, fuck!
It's just the easiest. And
I scoff at that.
he goes, I did my training in the academy, but I've been attempted or they've tried swaying me over to others. But I have studied a little bit of flame breathing. I can't do any of it, but yeah, I'm not that great. And he like scratches at his cheek.
Oh, don't say that, Hito. You're a great guy.
He smiles at Ayu and he looks over and he's like beaming with hope and he's like, you mean it?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy, I mean it.
He looks like way more hopeful. Any other questions before we make it?
Why was he sent here? What was his actual mission?
My mission was to escort Mr. Yorinobu from Hokkaido to Tokyo. And I was informed that there had been a dispatched team that was already here, and had they not completed the mission, I was instructed to follow along and guide or offer any assistance possible. And seeing as I am the highest ranking here, I wouldn't suppose that that was any issue, is it?
I scoff again.
You like spit away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was instructed to essentially be a guide or just to offer any assistance to already existing problems, other than just an escort.
So he wasn't necessarily sent like to.
No, he was given no information about this mission. He was given the area and who to look for in terms of like details. He was instructed to look for a boy with no sleeves, a girl with purple hair and a yellow haori, a boy with silver hair, a scar, and a red haori, and then a girl with a sedimentary designed haori, like a sediment labeled. And if he were to find them, he would offer any assistance he could.
Okay.
He goes on to explain that there are other Demon Slayers that were offered, but he cringes a little bit. Given the help that you would have been receiving, I might be the best you're going to get.
Wow, really?
Let's hope so.
He looks at Ayu and goes, it's not that the other help wouldn't have been helpful, it's that the other help may have just actually been detrimental.
Oh, I see.
He shivers at the thought of the other Slayers available.
Oh.
So we should get moving. As he comes into the view of the outskirts, it seems like people are already gathered here. Is it big? He asked.
Well, it seems to be gathering a lot of hype around here, so.
Alright. We're gonna end soon. But we do have information. Whew. You guys arrive at the outskirts of town, and the group has gathered, and it's almost double the size of what it was yesterday. And as you sit, it's the sun is kind of setting already. Not like setting, but it is reaching low in the sky. And you take a seat, and by that I mean standing in the giant area. And that's when you hear it. And if I couldn't exemplify earlier, these were big caravans. However, the caravan entering is the largest one you have seen to date. A single gigantic animal of colossal size carries the moving tent on wheels with ease. As it comes to a grinding halt, the entire carriage takes a singular pause. No noise is heard from it. 5 to 10 seconds pass. This is as if a statue has arrived in the center of town, or the center of this area. Does anyone want to say anything?
Whoa.
As soon as Ayu says whoa, all four corners of the caravan explode off with confetti, flying into the air, and wind carries it all over the crowd as a massive tent shoots out to the entirety of the area. At least the nearest 20 meters diameter are shielded from the outside world. You guys are encapsulated in this giant tent.
Wow.
Bro, there's nowhere to run.
As the tent covers the area, a man clad in white and red with tints of gold struts throughout what appears to be the open stage-like area at the center. All of a sudden, people, you can see like masked and like clown-esque people moving like rolling seats, and then they pull them out, and there is several like benches that go upward, almost like they're stadium seating made of wood. And they fold out, tucked away, and everyone is guided to a semicircular area that surrounds half of the arena that he has made here. You are all sat in a seat, and it is very evident that like the entire area in front of you is going to be for performances. As soon as you are guided to a seat, you notice the man is twirling out and barking orders behind him, and all of a sudden, the room falls silent. Soon, his voice booms. Welcome, one and all, to our final performance of the year. As of today, we'll be traveling to the Russian peninsula. And the crowd all around you guys, including, I'm assuming, the rest of you. And I guess Hito is just, like, kind of into the show at the moment. He's still shaking, but Ayu, Takara, and Kamiko, you all hear that this is the last show. You've never heard this before.
Yes.
The crowd gasps in shock and tries to protest for the moment, but they are shut down almost immediately by music that starts blaring throughout the arena. And as soon as the crowd has calmed, a slew of different performers all begin prancing and entering the main area like a stage, as acrobats all of a sudden begin flying around on ropes and swings that you hadn't seen overhead, and men and women begin balancing on balls and other surfaces that look like almost impossible to walk across. And dancers trot out and flow through the arena, and they throw flowers into the guest seating area. Is anyone like trying to catch a flower?
Yes.
God, no.
They throw every one of you a flower, and Hito dodges like in his seat, and the flower like flies right by him.
Oh my god.
And here is where we will pause momentarily. And by pause I mean we will stop for this week. And I will say, if you're here with us today, thank you. I know today is a particularly harsh week for a lot of people because it is finals right now. And I'm very sad to say that we won't be streaming next week due to the fact that almost everyone here is going to be at Holiday Matsuri.
Woo!
I'm sorry, Lynn.
I have finals.
But yes, next session we will be ending the Tokyo circus problems, or the Tokyo circus escapades, and we will have a Showa era secret.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Until next time, and thank you for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.